There's a zone for strict people there. No, there isn't. Like, just keep them at the corner. I remember the first few times I came in, right, I didn't even dare to like step in. I would be at the door, and then I'll be the guy who waits for his friend just to come in. But eventually I just became the guy who just walks in and then got familiar with the people like the manager, and I went to the toilet to pee, and there was this poster hanging above the urinal, and it was designed with like Microsoft Word art. I mean, Microsoft Word art, I'm sure you imagine how bad it was. Like, can I just design something? The next day, they hired me, and then ever since then, I've been designing like whenever, wherever. I've seen people kiss, make out. I'm pretty sure that thing's going on in the toilet. Not now, but before. It's hard lah, because the thing is that we have limited toilets here, right? So if you do anything in there, the queue is just going to keep forming, and then people get annoyed. There's a zone for strict people there. No, there isn't. Like, just keep them at the corner. I think it's fun to sit anywhere. If you're curious. It's a lot different now because I think more strict people are open to learning and exploring, right? So they can come with their friends, they can go anywhere. Straight girls, they love to come here because they find it a safe space. Straight guys come here too lah, and a lot of times it's because the drinks here are stronger. Anyway, the bar is like serve double shots lah for like the price of one glass. Why not? Actually, I mean, I found my partner here.
Oh, you found your partner here?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ex also, I met him here. I definitely tried using apps before. I mean, who hasn't, right? But it's just very painful for me to have to go through the process of sieving out and maintaining a conversation without having even met the person. And then imagine you put in so much work and investment, and then finally when you meet the person, you're disappointed. So I just prefer to meet people here lah. I definitely have slept with people who my friends have also slept with, and vice versa. I think if you're quite adult about it, because Singapore's so small, right? If you're adult about it, it's not an issue lah. I mean, I have friends who it happens and we just laugh about it. But there are also people who are very more jealous in character, or maybe a bit insecure, and they don't really handle it well. If you ask me, right, I would say that cheating is not unexpected. But I wouldn't use the word normal as if it's like to normalize it as a characteristic of being gay lah. Maybe straight or whatever it is. It's just, yeah. But I wouldn't say that I'll be surprised, you know, that kind of thing. If you go upstairs Mei Wong and then you turn right, there's a little corner there, the stairs. No one really sees you. Or behind on the back alley. Ever since the pandemic, we had to like monitor the entrances and exits, right? So it's all closed. And then now one of them has become a kitchen. But that doesn't stop you from like going around to the back alley and whatever you want to do. I'm not advocating anything, but I'm just saying that no one walks there. So okay, actually it's backstage. So backstage is the oldest. There used to be a bar called Vincent's or so. So backstage used to be where Dorothy's was, and then backstage came here. So Dorothy's took over the space. But every bar has their own like unique selling point, right? I prefer to hang out here because sometimes if it's damn cold or it's very noisy inside, you can come out. And likewise, you can just go back in. And upstairs is like a totally different world. It's just a different crowd. And then downstairs is usually like people you know, familiar faces. Here is like anyone who comes. My favorite drink is vodka soda, but with like lychees inside. It's called a skinny bitch, right? Because it's the least calories from what I know. Maybe the part of me likes sweet stuff, so the lychees are in there to like help. Group of friends, I would say. Unless you have a date which is going damn well lah. I mean, I've seen a lot of awkward dates here. And then I've come here a lot, and then there's just two persons sitting opposite each other and not talking and just like sipping on their drink on their phones. So group of friends is probably the best. I would presume that if you want to have a hookup with no strings attached, then maybe here, because this place sees more foreigners. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't want like the strings and the attachments and all this kind of crap, it's easy to find someone who's going to fly off like in a few days. But in terms of like looks, I think it's very subjective lah. I mean, I have seen like obviously a lot of good-looking people here. I mean, otherwise, why would I be here? It's definitely not the same as it was. It's kind of like Zouk with the different spaces but meshed. Now it's just two spaces, so it doesn't have the same charm. But I think it's just getting back on the feet again lah. Obviously, this like a lot of other businesses also suffered, and they're just slowly picking themselves up. Maybe one day, you know, we can expand again to the next 3 like units or 2 units.